The 4 stages every long-term and stable relationship must go through. What I'm about to share might be eye-opening or even a little painful. I suggest watching this with your partner so you can both identify where your relationship currently stands and what challenges you might face. Let's get into it. Stage 1. The honeymoon phase. This is the exciting, passionate stage that begins once two people officially start dating. You can't stop thinking about each other. You want to spend every free moment together. Conversations feel endless and thrilling. You reply to messages immediately, eagerly waiting for their response. You're filled with butterflies, excitement, and pure joy during this phase. Everything feels magical. It's all about discovery, infatuation, and deep emotional connection. But as time passes, the intensity of passion begins to settle. And that's when you enter stage 2, the cooling off and independence phase. Once the initial excitement fades, the relationship shifts into a more stable rhythm. This is where things start to change. Your partner isn't as enthusiastic as before. They take longer to respond to messages. You may start feeling ignored or less prioritized. Small frustrations and disagreements start to surface. At this point, one partner, usually the one less emotionally attached, begins to crave more personal space. Meanwhile, the other partner, often the one with stronger emotional needs, starts to feel confused, insecure, and anxious. They might begin to overthink the sudden change of behavior. Constantly seek reassurance. Why are you replying so slowly? Why don't you share things with me anymore? Act more clingy or needy, fearing the relationship is losing its spark. This imbalance often leads to stage 3, conflict and power struggles. No two people have the same upbringing, values, or emotional needs. In the early honeymoon phase, differences don't seem like a big deal. Passion, massive. But as time goes on, these differences become more apparent. And if you don't know how to communicate effectively, these small issues snowball into major conflicts. Misunderstandings grow, frustrations pile up, resentment builds. This is the stage where most couples struggle the most. It's the breaking point for many relationships. If conflicts aren't handled properly, they accumulate into constant disappointments. And these repeated disappointments are what ultimately lead to breakups. For long-distance relationships, this stage is even more challenging. The distance makes things harder. You can't physically be there for each other. It becomes difficult to share everyday life if you're in a long-distance relationship. You must set a clear end date for closing the distance. Without a plan to reunite, the relationship will slowly weaken over time. Stage 4. Stability and long-term commitment. If you survive stage 3, congratulations. You've learned how to manage conflicts and your relationship is now entering its most mature and stable phase. At this stage, couples understand each other's needs and boundaries, learn how to navigate disagreements without escalating them, value the relationship beyond just romance and excitement. This is the real essence of love. It's not just about passion, but about deep companionship and shared growth. But let's be real, 80% of couples never make it past stage 3.